Thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of New Life. And today, we just want to just pick up where we left off at, talking about family. What are some closing remarks?
Well, to put a close, I just wanted to come in today and put a close. It was the last couple of interviews that I did were pretty emotional and pretty taxing. I didn't want to. People think that I wanted to do that to my family and just put it out there like that, but that wasn't the objective. That wasn't the message. If I'm doing this and I'm being authentic, I have to give you the truth, and I got to give you. I can't sugarcoat it for nothing. You know what I mean? So, um,
What do you mean by do that? Like you said, do that to my family. What is that?
just tell what happened. I mean, be truthful and authentic. I can't
Mm-hmm.
help people get through what they're going through, and they're asking me stuff, and I can't get through. I can't help them if I'm not truthful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm not honest with my experiences, and that's the best way I can be with somebody is just be totally transparent.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is life or death. This is not a game, and people think that life is a game. You know what I'm saying? And no, this is very, very real. And I didn't do that just to put my family out there. Trust me, it was convicted in my spirit a long time ago about it, and I carried it with me for a long time as well. And I prayed about it, and I asked God about it. I sought counseling about it. I sought counseling from the elders about it. We talked about it, and I had their blessings to go ahead and do it. They told me if I'm going to do it the right way. That's what my mother wanted me to do, and that's what my father wanted me to do. Like I said, it shouldn't have gotten to this point, but it has, and it's going around, and it was overwhelming. The letters that we were getting and the DMs that we were getting, asking about hitting on the same question, asking how do you deal with it, how do you deal with it, how do you deal with it, how do you deal with it. So instead of me typing all this stuff, just typing back, I said I'll just put it out and they can watch the podcast and they can deal with it. But do I love my family? Absolutely. If somebody messes with them, you don't want to do that. So any of them, that's family. It's still family. I can say what I want to say. I can vent what I want to vent. I went through what I went through. I don't disrespect them. I love them all. But it was what it was, and it is what it is. It happened, so be it. So to that factor, I love all my brothers and sisters. I love all my nieces and nephews. I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm still Big E, but I'm human. And I know sometimes people think that you're not. Um, they thought, people think that I'm not, I'm extraordinary or extraterrestrial or something like that. But sometimes I think I am as well. So, but I just want to let people know that I'm human and I had feelings and that was a real part of it and it helped people. And you have no idea how many people have told me that this has helped them and this segment has helped them and these episodes have helped them get through what they were going through because they were considering, man, people, you got to understand, people are giving up, man. People are really giving up with what they're going through and just shutting it down. You know what I'm saying? People are dying every day, man. So this is real business. And if you don't think it's real, I was reading through something right now and I can share with you.
Before we go into that,
Okay.
let's also back because I know we're wrapping up this particular segment on family,
Mhm.
and that was a 3-part series.
Mhm.
So after that initial first part, how was it? Because I know you mentioned that you had a lot of conversations.
Oh man, the phone calls came. Yeah, the phone calls came. People that I didn't hear from in a while. He called me, family members, siblings, stuff like that. But like I said, man, I stand on what I said. And after I explained it to them, I guess they understood what I was saying and where I was coming from. It wasn't coming from a place of malice. It was just a place of hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we were grown. We grew up in the same house. We wasn't separated. We have the same mother and fathers. It was nothing like that. So again, one would think that you would have that support, and sometimes it doesn't go that way. You know what I mean? But I'm not bitter. I'm here. I made it. You know what I'm saying? It just hurt me that they couldn't be and enjoy this process with me. Now, will we go forward and enjoy each other? Absolutely. That's my family. I love them. I love them. I do anything for them still to this day. But you got to address things. You know what I'm saying? And that makes everything better going forward. I'd rather you know where I stand and whether you think you know where you stand with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't even, after going through this whole experience, I don't even think to say, I don't even have this pre-cancer and post-cancer. It's two different Erics. It's two different Big E's. It's two different, trust me. You can ask my kids, they can vouch for that. So they know, man, it's two different people. My mindset is totally flipped. It's totally, I think about living. I think about positivity. I think about prosperity. I think about helping people. I think about going to the next level, and I don't deal with negative, you know what I'm saying? I don't deal with any BS. I don't have time for it. Time is something that I value and I hold sacred to me because it was almost taken away from me. And when something's almost taken away from you, it's not under your control, you tend to appreciate it more once you have another shot at it. You know what I'm saying? And this is my second shot, and I'm getting it out. And that's what it is, man. I'm unapologetically me, man. Respectfully, you know?
One of the things that you also mentioned during this whole process was that comment of life be lifing.
Mm-hmm.
And we were having a conversation about just the whole finality of death that people really don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about enjoying your loved ones, you have an appointed time to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's in other words, you were saying that it's better for you to at least call or text to see how I'm doing, vice versa, versus you having to show up and see a situation that's final. What are your comments on that?
Well, my comments are, I can, like I said, I have a better explanation because
Mm-hmm.
people think that, I'm just making stuff up, and I have a letter
Please, this
that
is a good
was,
time. Go
okay.
ahead.
Yeah, I have a letter, man. People, like I tell people, like, people are like, oh, you don't do this, you don't out the family, you don't do stuff like that, you don't do stuff like, I'm like, come on, man. For real, stop it. I know, come on. You've never heard me go. I've never said anything negative about my family. I've never spoken to any man about my family. I don't do that. That's not what I do. But if it's a beef, or I rather you know publicly. But I say that to say this. When she was saying the point about life be life and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Death be deafing. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
said too.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, well, death is don't be deaf, and death is death, and it's final, and it's real. And like I said, I get these every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I get these. You know what I mean? And I just want to share something with you, man. This is from one of my supporters and one of my group members, and they sent me a letter, and they said it read something like this, and it hit me. It was close to home because it was kind of close to what my situation was and what I went through. All right, you want to read it? Or you want me to read it?
No, I just want to follow along with you because, of course, I have the honor of being able to
You
to
sure?
review some of these things. Because let's just dissect together.
All right, it's real quick. So check it out. And this is the kind of letters I get. You know what I'm saying, on a consistent basis.
Mm-hmm.
It said my husband had terminal renal cell clear cell carcinoma of the kidney and spread it outside the kidney. He was diagnosed September 23rd. Was told by the doctors it was not operable, and he had 6 months to a year to live, and he should have lived until September 2024, but he didn't make it. It, it, at long, he was diagnosed.
But he didn't
September.
make it too long. He was diagnosed in September 2023,
Yeah.
and he died yesterday morning in peace at
Mm-hmm.
home with me and our daughter. It says that he had done chemo for 3 months and immunotherapy, but after he had done treatment for 3 months, it caused kidney failure due to chemo and immunotherapy. They said that the CT showed the tumor had not got no bigger, but did not get any smaller. He was so sick. I miss him so bad, but I know he's in heaven now and with Jesus in peace. I truly believe he got his angel wings and he's one of God's angels, but know that I miss him so much. So in essence, what they're saying is that, again, I thank you for allowing me the opportunity to share into this group
It was.
because this is a deep one. And I know this kind of hit hard because it was diagnosed in September of 2023.
And it was a carcinoma.
Uh-huh.
I had cholangiocarcinoma.
Mm-hmm.
I had kidney failure, stage 3 renal kidney failure,
Mm-hmm.
congestive heart failure. He couldn't take the chemo.
Mm-hmm.
His kidneys failed. They dumped 2.5 years of chemo in my body in 5 months. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That could have been me. But God, but God, it wasn't. So that's why I'm so passionate about getting this message out to people, man. And you don't know the time. You don't know the place. This lady thought that she had more time with her husband, and he died, man. They gave me 4 months. They gave her 6 months. He didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't make it. And this is the letters that I get on a consistent basis. And it's real, man. This is real life. You know what I'm saying? People dying. That's death. It's over with. Life be lifing until it doesn't. And then after life be lifing, it's over with. And then what? You know, celebrate it for a couple of days and remember push them on. It's not right, man. It's not cool. That's all I'm saying, man. Just be supportive of people. And I reached back out to this lady, man, and I just offer my support, my guidance, and I told her I'm there for her anytime she needs to call me. Anytime she needs to text, DM, whatever. And this is what I get, and this is my mission in life. My mission ain't to bash people. I'm about uplifting. I ain't about pulling nobody down, but I'm also about holding people accountable. And that's the problem we have. We don't want to be accountable. We'd rather run for it, but just understand. I had a sister that understood it, and she said, "Okay, how can we make it better? How can we fix it?" The same sister I talked about on the first thing or whatever. She got in contact and said if I had a problem with her, we could have talked about it. But I'm like, big sis, I love you. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't hear it from me and for everybody, like they say, if you feel like I disrespect you, the apology has to be just as loud as the disrespect.
I think that was so powerful though when you shared that she had understood your perspective.
Absolutely.
Because that's all that it is. It's really seeking and understanding and getting it.
It's not beefing it. You have people watch your stuff. You have people watch you. They don't watch they watch from afar. They don't support you. Like I said, if you're gonna watch something and run back and give, and that's what we got to stop, man. This ain't about being messy or being negative or dragging people or doing. No, it's about accountability, man. This is real deal life, man. Like this ain't no BS.
And let's not watch to criticize, watch to support, because their cancer is taking out people
Absolutely,
by
man.
astronomical numbers.
This is a big. You wouldn't even hear. You've never even seen me. I don't do this. I'm a private person. This is not what I do. I don't get on this. This takes so much for me to get on here and open myself up to people. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. But it's time for this to change, man, in this family, man. We got to come together and stop that BS, man, and come around and stop running and tell people and be uplifting people. All that running back and trying to do this and do that. You don't even support my channel. You don't even watch my channel. So if it did that, yes, it was supposed to do that. I vetted to do that. It did what it was supposed to do. And I had calls saying, "Oh, you need to take it down. Don't do the other segment." Are you nuts? Like seriously, are you nuts? Like don't. How are you gonna tell me to do that? And you've been through nothing like that. Stop. Come on, man. You didn't walk a mile in my shoes, and you'll see what it is, man.
I think the important thing too about life be lifing is to put those moments of joy, those moments of people who are important to you into one another's lives.
Absolutely. You gotta. That's why it's new life for me. You know me. I'm living, man. I'm not. I'm enjoying this life that God has provided me with, and He kept me on earth for, and stuff like that. So, like, shoot, I'm not worried about what nobody say or what they do or how they feel or nothing like that. Well, I do worry about how people feel because I don't want to cross the lines in that. But it comes to a point to where you gotta live for you. You gotta live for you. As long as you're doing what you're doing and what God put you here to do, you're all right. You know what I'm saying? People might don't understand your mission and they might not understand why you do what you do, but God put it on your heart to do something, do it. You know what I'm saying? As long as you seek out who you need to seek out and you get approval before you do it, whatever it is you want to do. I would say be smart about it. Think about it. So I didn't just get on there and say, "Oh, this is what this sat with me for 2 years. This sat with me through cancer, through the treatments, through the surgeries, through the rehabs, through the put myself back together, everything." You know what I'm saying? Because it was a fight. It was a fight. It was a fight of my life. It was tougher than football. It was tougher than anything. Growing up in New Orleans, it was tougher than everything that I've dealt with. I came through. So that was because it's a fight for your life. So when your life's on the line, you got to keep swinging. As my brother Rock would say, you got to keep swinging. Stay in the middle of the ring. And that's all I.
Who contacted you every day?
Rock?
And that was the thing that people have to really understand.
That's my
when they
Rock,
say, "Well, why
man.
didn't he contact us?" He honestly couldn't talk. Like there were times when the focus was just to make it to the bathroom, to literally. Just to, like the highlight of his day was looking to the left and looking out the window. So,
Pretty much.
it's kind of like, when you're in training mode,
Pretty
sometimes you
much.
have to get silent. So it's not that I feel like you didn't want to talk. You had a lot to say. It was just
Yeah,
too
I mean,
painful
I
to
was
say.
going through chemo. Chemo wiped me out, and then right after that, because I had congestive heart failure, I had to go get hydrated. You know what I'm saying? And then one time, I remember they filled me up. I mean, I guess they
And it was too
pumped it too
fast.
fast, and,
Uh-huh.
and then I almost had an incident, so they had to slow that down. And it was so much I went through, man, that people have no idea. And that's all I'm doing is trying to share my platform with people. Like people trying to tell me what to use my platform for. Come on, man. You don't even watch my channel. That's why I say you just watch thumbnails or things that come that's to come. And that's just to get you to watch. That's the attention grabber. That's not what the whole content. That's not what everything is about my show. Because again, like I had people calling me just jumping out the window, like, "Oh, are you doing it?" No, you got to watch the beginning. In the beginning, I said, when family turns its back on you. That was the title of those last episodes. And that wasn't only for my family, it was from letters that I received. What to do when your family turns its back on you. So I just gave a broad synopsis of it. You know what I'm saying? And synopsis of it, and got it out there to the people. You know what I'm saying? And the ones who needed it, and it helped who it needed to be, and it touched whoever, and it irritated whoever it needed to do. It did its job. It ran its course. So I don't have a problem with it. I just want them to know that it's no beef. I love y'all. We still enjoy each other.
I think the bottom line is that if it was an irritation or if it was not an irritation, the goal is for family to actually be family, whatever that
That's
means
it.
to you.
That's it.
Whatever that means to you. So if you
That's
were
it.
brought up to love, then love.
That's it.
If you were brought up to be separated, then at the end of the day,
Yeah, we ain't gotta all get along, but we gotta love each other because we was raised. That's what our parents wanted. I mean, I don't, like I said again, I don't hate any of my brothers and sisters. I love them to death. And if anybody were to touch a hair on their head, yes, it's gonna be a bounty to be paid. So I just let you know that now. So it's nothing. The thing they say, I can talk about my family, but you can't. So same thing applies here. So
absolutely.
same thing applies here. I love my family, and that's that. And we ain't speaking on it. We put this thing back on to what it's supposed to be, helping people survive, not giving up, while giving God the glory. Praising God for what He's done for us in our lifetime, and where He's taking us, and the new life that He's given us, and the new heights we ready to soar. That's it, man.
Well,
That's
that
it.
sounds
That's
like he
all.
just closed out the show. That's new life for life, right?
For life.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Till next time.